but I'll ask her to do it from another side.
Hello, this is Dylan Kimlin live from the Yeppoon Pickleball Festival. We're about to get underway with some semi-final action of the men's 3.0 to 3.49 category. The Pickleball Australia Seniors portion of this weekend. We've got the Saturday and Sunday have been some absolutely fantastic games thus far. As the players are just having a good whack to warm up. We're going to be joined this game by the MC of the event, none other than Kelvin Rasmussen. He's just having a seat now. Say hello, Kel.
Hey, g'day viewers. Welcome to Yeppoon Pickleball Festival. And Dylan, the day, although started a bit grubby, has turned out pretty all right.
Yeah, not wrong. I think we had just a wide... We've had a bit of everything, really. Like this morning was a bit cooler, and then it's definitely a lot warmer now. And also, as you mentioned, the rain was there, but cloudy skies. But as a result, the sun's not really a bother. So it's, you know, just about perfect. A bit of a blustery wind coming in as well, but I was explaining to the viewers earlier regarding why we change at 8 points when we're playing to 15, and the wind is a good reason for that. So,
yeah, I've played a couple of games this morning, Dylan. I'm not finding it too bad. You know, we're fortunate here. We've got a fair bit of advertising and wind banners around the perimeter, and it does break the ball around that net height. But if you throw one up a little bit, you know, you can drift it long very easily.
Yeah, that's fair enough, I think. And the gentlemen we'll just get into it as soon as they're ready to go. But we are using Franklin X40s for this event. Obviously playing on an outdoor surface. In my opinion, this is probably... I don't even think it's probably. I think it's the best courts in Australia. Kel, how long ago did you guys complete these courts?
Well, we're broadcasting here from Championship Court. Championship Court, this is the first day they've been played on. We cut the ribbon last night on Championship Court. We, in fact, our 6 new courts, which we call Stage 2, which took us to 14 purpose-built courts here at the Yeppoon Tennis Club. We have 8 tennis courts as well as the 14 pickleball courts. So we're a complete racket sports centre, and we're working very, very hard to provide a template for other tennis clubs to follow.
Yeah, that's a great little endorsement for the pickleball scene here in Queensland. And I think I'm jealous. I'm just watching these gentlemen walk around on the court.
Yeah, you're from Morro Field. You've got 6 indoor courts that you share with basketball and netball,
and everything else. Yeah, they do like gymnastics and everything on it. So, but it looks like the guys are good to go. Our official for this game will be none other than Margot Trednick, one of the top dogs in the Australian scene, and we are ready to go. So with the serving side, immediately aggressive play. Great. We have the duo of Grady and Latinovic taking the first points. And Kel, I'm guessing you play with these gentlemen. They're from your neck of the woods?
Yeah, I was defeated by John and David this morning. We went down them 15-11. So they might have got us on the for and against to get into the medal round. I haven't found out whether I'm in myself.
A little bit of controversy in the commentary booth then. We don't... 2-0. Grady and Latinovic playing quite aggressive. Obviously, John, what's his role? He's the big boss, right? President?
Yeah, John's the Yeppoon Tennis Club president. And, geez, they do a power of work. The real committees and clubs, there's so much that happens in the background day to day.
Yep, and a lot of people don't realise the sheer amount of work that committees will put in, and I believe it's 0-2. So Latinovic and Grady are up against the duo of Neyenhuis and Borham. Oh, nice volley there, pushing it in. So I believe it's 1-2. We'll just get a score confirmation. Thank you, Margot. 1-2-2. Well, there you go. The great shot there by Latinovic. The court's brand spanking new. And I will say, Kel, the games that I've covered thus far have all been very close. We've had really good games on board. So you've obviously played. How have you found the competition thus far? Like these pools, the nice close games?
I think I might have been a bit fortunate. We might have been in a pool that was not as... well, I think my pool was a little bit easier, even though I never got there when I looked on paper. But obviously, I'm very impressed at how John and David are going against Ron here at the moment.
Yep. Yeah, that's fair enough. And I think that's a good point. Like you mentioned on paper, right? Like when we do our scorecards, you think... you go and have a look at the draws and you think, oh yeah, I'm versing X, Y, Z. I should be able to do okay against them. And then you get the yips, or you just can't play to the conditions. Like we mentioned, a little bit of wind involved. But obviously the seeding of the tournament's been really good and all the games have been close thus far. So it's good to see.
Yeah, the tournament directors that look at after everybody's registrations, nominations, like they have to make some really tough calls to make pools work, and people occasionally get concerned that they're playing somebody that they shouldn't be playing because they're far better than them. But we're still a young, developing sport. Our rating system, as we get more and more data and more knowledge about who we got on court, these things will tidy up. But I don't get hung up on it at all. I'm just here to enjoy the sport for what it's really worth.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there, Kel, and that ball's called out, so it'll be 2-4. As someone who's done seeding for tournaments, and you do have to be a bit of a bad guy, if I use that term, but you basically have to put the needs of the players first, and seeding, as you've just nailed it there, Kel, that we are still such a young sport. We don't have the data, we don't have the stats yet to really justify what pool you might be in and who you verse, and whether you're the number one or the number 35th seed in the tournament. It's a great approach there. Nice shot.
Well set up point that was, wasn't it?
These are things that we're all learning about. So got a close game, 3-4. The side of Neyenhuis and Borham slowly tucking away. Is that how you pronounce his last name, Kel?
I think it's got 3 syllables, but we're not going to go there, Dylan.
We try our best. I do apologise if we're butchering it, but nice drop there by John. Subtle. Just placing it in the corner of the kitchen. Also known as the pantry, I believe. Corner of the kitchen. Well played, John. Side out. Grady to serve. 4-3-1. Nice. Oh, just short. The net rolls there. And the home team gets favoured by the home court. A lot of people don't necessarily know how to target a right-left-handed combination. We can see both Grady and Latinovic, as we can see, they're currently standing. They've got that strong middle of the court presence as they have a left and a right-handed combination, whereas the duo of Borham and Neyenhuis, both right-handers. It's something in a tournament you should always have a look at. Your opposition, what hand they're playing at. The nasty Nelson. Oh no, what are we going to...
He's known for that too, Mr. Latinovic. He is done. Nasty Nelson guru.
That is my first one that I've covered. That is controversy here at Yeppoon.
Yeah,
and from the president of all people. My goodness. Oh, there's plenty I could say there, but I might get in trouble, Cal.
Yeah, we'll leave that one for now.
No.
Yeah.
So if you are watching and you're wondering what the rule is there, so essentially Latinovic has served the ball, and it's unfortunately, I think it was completely unintentional. It has struck.
I beg to differ there. No, certainly not. I've played against John quite often. He has this. When he does a drop serve on his forehand, he's going to move it as far as he can.
Yeah. All right. So Kel has just thrown John under the bus there. Sorry, John, I tried. But what's happened there is if you do serve and you hit the person, or either person on the opposition, but typically a nasty Nelson is when you hit the opposite person that's standing directly across from you. So in this instance, it would actually be Latinovic getting hit as he is standing opposite. You get the point. And the net roll, unfortunate on the recovery. But good little crowd here, Kel. We've got people floundering in. I think the participants have been, participant numbers have been great for this event. Oh, that's into the crowd. Nearly hit my camera. Thank you, Grady.
Yeah, we're impressed with the festival. We've got 100 seniors this week and 160 odd for the QPT.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's so good. And
nice shot.
Just briefly walking up to the QPT, this coming Friday night, we've got Brendan Lee's organising an exhibition match teams event to highlight it to our local public. So,
cool. Okay.
So that's one that you've got to do at night. So we don't know what the lighting's going to be like for camera, but we'll have a go, guys.
Oh, that's right. We'll figure that out. You have full lighting here, I imagine, at these courts? Looks like it.
Yeah, we do have the old metal halide lighting system here, which is pretty good, but not as white as the LEDs that we have on the tennis courts.
Oh, that's okay. You obviously can't see us commentators at home, but Kel and I are looking up at the the sky at the lights. So we have 372. Now we can actually focus on the game here. Nice roll, great attack, 4-7. How this is a topic I haven't really talked to anyone about before, Kel, but making an actual court. You guys have obviously been busy doing that process for a while now. How long does it typically take to build a court?
Well, we're a bit fortunate here. We actually had a retired Progress Society multi-purpose centre here on these courts that we now have pickleball on, and they were deteriorated netball courts. The netball has now moved to another location in our shire, and this laid in ruins for 10 years before John and I decided to approach council and take it to a new level. So we actually had the concrete slabs here. However, Bundaberg Tennis Club have put in 4 new courts on over an existing old ant-bed tennis court area, and it was a big job for Barry and his team down there to get it out of the ground. But merely just what we've got here, our 14 courts, we've spent $200,000 to get what we've got.
Yep. Well, there you go, and that's a great shot there with the smash, putting it in the corner. But I think we all have a dream of building beautiful courts such as Yeppoon, and they're leading the way. You mentioned Bundy; their courts get talked about quite a bit within the scene. Actually, in southeast Queensland, they absolutely beautiful setup they've got there, and that's a nice drop on the attack. Nice volley play here. Latinovic popping it up. Nice play. I believe it's 6-7. We'll get a confirmation from our official Margot.
6-7.
That's right. 6-7-1. There we go. This has been a close affair thus far. Volleys there. Latinovic just short. Well, we see our first timeout for the festival that I've covered anyway. So each team will get 2 timeouts and 1 medical timeout should they decide to use it.
I think Ron Newhousen has found that David's stepping around his backhand, getting it back on the forehand, and I think Ron's targeted that the last 3 points, and I think Ron's finding a way through David there.
There you go. Solid little analysis there by Kel. I've been waffling on about building courts and what lights we're using and stuff, and Kel's given me a subtle hint, Dylan, focus on the game. While the gentlemen are having a drink, we are going to quickly go to an advertisement from one of our sponsors.
Mr. Real Estate Rockhampton is a well-respected name in central Queensland. But if you thought they're just another real estate agent, think again. Selling, buying, looking to invest, looking for a place to rent or somewhere to set up your business? The highly energetic and passionate team at Mr. Real Estate Rockhampton are here to help you achieve your property goals. For all things real estate, talk to the team who are all things real estate all the time. Mr. Real Estate Rockhampton. Call 4922 2244.
Thank you, Mr. Real Estate. The players have recommenced the court and we can get back into it. 6-7-1, duo of Neyenhuis and Borham to serve. Nice approach, great fifth shot drop. 7-7. Oh, no, it must be 8-7. My apologies. The players will rotate, so that means Neyenhuis and Borham have a 1 point lead. Good little comeback here. They had quite a deficit to build at the start. Our official Margot is just getting the fellas in line before we recommence. If you are wondering about refereeing, I believe, Kel, you might be able to confirm this, but there is an officials course here.
Yeah, this coming Friday.
Just Friday, yep. If you are coming down to the Yeppoon Pickleball Festival, why not get involved, learn about the wonderful rules of our sport. 8-7-1. Nice close game. Good crowd here for the semi-final. Oh, great drop. He's having a lot of success with that drop thus far, the last couple of points. Really nice touch.
Yeah, he's targeting David there. David's not getting down as well as he was when he was playing me, I can assure you.
9-7. Latinovic with a return, nice and deep. Drive attempt is there, just short.
I think that might have been the third unforced error there on Newhousen's forehand there today, because he done on the other end of the court here. He missed a couple right in front of us here.
Yeah, I will say though, he's had some really good drop attempts. As that's another. Well, there you go. You go and call it. We call that the commentator's curse, Kel. Yeah. When you say something and then bang. Yeah. So we've got a side out here, Latinovic to serve. 7-9-1. We'll see if the fellas with ball in hand can get some points back, and that goes flying.
This might be interesting. Ron's thinking.
8-9.
No, he's let that one go. I thought he might have asked that one.
8-9-1.
Sideline, that was it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, we had one of the games earlier was quite close as well. Third shot drop pops up. Latinovic recovers. Well placed. Second server.
See, that's David. David's a little bit weak on that backhand there. They're starting to find that pathway, I think.
8-9-2. Well, yeah, I guess tournaments are all about that, is understanding where your strengths and weaknesses lie. And
there's Ron's forehand again. That's 4 on the trot.
There you go.
He might be talking to himself at the moment.
Eagle Eye Kel. I'm clearly too polite. I don't call people out. ATP attempt is good. And we've had a fly into the fence. Hopefully he's all good. I believe we might have a timeout here. While we do, we're going to go to a quick commercial.
Sunday morning rain is falling. Dress and cover, share some skin. Clouds are shrouding us in moments unforgettable. You twist to fit the mold that I am in.
Hello, this is Dylan here. I'm just letting you know that we are still live. We've just had a medical timeout. Unfortunately, Grady seems to have really hurt his leg. I'm not going to show that footage. As per our PAA broadcasting policy, I'm not to show injuries. Grady looks like, I can tell you he does look okay. I believe he's had a lower limb injury. Unfortunately, it might have been a hamstring or a quad, something along those lines, but the guys are just having a break. I'm not too sure if this game will go ahead, and should it get cancelled, we will change it. It looks like, well, Kel's had to wander off and do tournament stuff, so thank you very much to Kel Rasmus, and it looks like Grady's just hopped up on a chair, so I can show the footage once more. There we go. Change the camera there, so you can just see the players on the left there. Thankfully, Grady's all well, but we'll get a quick confirmation from our official Margot on what's happening and whether this game will recommence. Such a bummer too. That was a really close game. Score's literally 9-9. Can't get any closer for a semi-final, but if it is an injury, then yeah, very little we can do about it. Just getting some strapping applied. While we wait, we might as well go to another commercial from Mismo. Once again, thank you to our sponsors for getting involved with our event thus far. But yeah, hopefully Grady's all good. We will be back soon. This is Dylan. I am back. I've actually got our official Margot to explain. We have a medical timeout currently underway, and it goes up to, 15 minutes, isn't it, Margot? Yeah. So it'd actually be good for the viewers at home to just understand, what... Because I think a lot of people don't use their medical timeouts when you have an opportunity to. So...
No. Well, this was quite an obvious medical timeout. David fell and something popped. So the medical timeout is only started once the first aid people arrive, and then I start the clock on the timer, and he's got 15 minutes until he's either right to restart the match or it's a forfeit, unfortunately, but it's possibly not looking that great for him.
And so, like you were saying, it was like a lower limb injury that sort of happened.
Yes, I think it's up.
Yeah, okay.
The hammy.
Yeah, okay. Well, these things happen. I mean,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
We all need to stretch more, Dylan.
There we go. That's an endorsement there from Margot,
We all
everyone.
need to stretch.
But I think from what I saw there, he sort of fell into the fence and.
Well, the fence broke his fall.
Oh, so it was a leg that went.
But
yeah.
the leg went on him and he had
caused
no
the fall.
balance.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's no good.
So we've got, we've still got 9 minutes, so he might come good. But,
Yeah. And while I've got you, Margot, you're obviously doing a officials course here for the Yeppoon Festival. That's on Friday.
On Friday,
Yep. Is there any way for our viewers to sign up for that if there's any last minute shots, or are they all full?
There is still a couple of spaces. I've had one cancellation.
Okay, there you go.
I got the date wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday.
We've all done it.
So yes, you just go to the Revolutionised events page.
Yep.
And the course is on listed
Beautiful.
there.
So if you are coming to so that's just before QPT, correct?
Yes,
Yep.
next Friday.
Yep. So the Friday coming up, if
There's a bit
you
of homework to do before, so get in now, today.
if you are going to the QPT event on Friday for the Yeppoon Pickleball Festival and you'd like to get involved with the officialing, that's just a level 1. Level 1 course, which is essentially a beginner's course if you'd like to learn the rules. Like Margot said.
We need more reps.
There we go. You can find that on the Revolutionised page, which is the Pickleball Australia events page. Yeah. And thank you for that, Margot. I'll let you go and do your job
Thank
and
you.
be focused and all that jazz. How much time we got left? Like 7 minutes or something?
Coming up to 8.
8 minutes. There we go. So essentially, thank you so much for Margot for jumping on. I know she's not the biggest fan of getting on camera, but so we have a 15-minute medical timeout. Currently got 7 minutes left. Hopefully Grady, I just had a chat with him there when the mic was off. He wondered whether it was caught on camera and if it was a spectacular fall. So he can come back and watch the footage later on. But in all seriousness, hopefully he is okay. Yeah, pickleball does have the odd injury. It's not super common. Like, it's not like rugby or anything where you see injuries left, right and centre. This is you might see an occasional lower limb injury every now and then. It looks like Grady's called it. We can see there he's shaking his opposition's hands. So I believe the duo of Grady and Latinovic will take the victory, and this is plenty of firsts in this footage. We've had the first game-ending injury and our first nasty Nelson from John Latinovic. So there you go, kids. You go and nasty Nelson someone and you get the victory out of it. So I believe we're calling it. Is that? Yep. Our official Margot's just confirmed that we've called it. So yeah, like I said, the victory will go to Grady and Latinovic here from the Yeppoon Pickleball Festival semi-finals. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back live, I imagine, with the following semi-final or maybe the gold medal match that follows this. And we will, as soon as the gentlemen are ready, we'll get into it. But absolutely amazing event thus far. It's obviously a shame that Grady has hurt himself because that was such a close game. But sports, these things do happen, so he's taken care of with the first aid team. But don't go away too far. We'll be back live with some more awesome pickleball action and hopefully some medal matches underway. Thank you. This is Dylan Kimlin. We'll be back into it very soon.